keep the mowers on their trucks for the next couple of weeks. It may or may not help you with pushing leaves, but that's something that just kind of outside the box thinking about, using a mower to push a heavy pile or wet pile of leaves. So I wanted to throw that out there. I'm gonna make the routes permanent, so that way no one may or may not have to. We don't want anyone to have to make up for somebody that may not have collected as much debris as they could have, should have type deal, or let's say a storm rolls through.
So I'm not a big fan of really shallow.
Let's say a storm rolls through and a yard just gets caked with debris. I don't want there to be friction between y'all. So who did this? They're not collecting any debris. So I am gonna make these routes permanent. Unlike, we normally don't do that, but I will do that for the winter services. The main focus for the month of December and majority of January is going to be nothing but debris and weeds and beds. So don't forget, weeds and beds are, eyesore. There's not going to be as many weeds, they're not going to grow as fast, but debris and weeds, all of December and probably the first 2 weeks of January. And that way, I want to try and incentivize you guys with a permanent route, because the faster you get done with your debris, it's gone. And I'm gonna have to make sure you guys are doing the same yards week in and week out. So the faster you get rid of it, you will get more time for little pruning and easier stuff January and February. So the faster you get the debris gone, the easier Jan and Feb will be. One crew is going to pull the dump trailer. We might do like a rotation where everyone gets a week on it. Another part of having one crew with the dump trailer is because we are a team, and if you get full, remember we all go to pretty much the same side of town. We might not be 5 minutes away from each other, it might be 15, 20, but if you end up getting full, you could hypothetically, if Matthew had the dump trailer, hey Matt, do you have some room where I can come and dump there? Yes, it's gonna take time out of your day, but we'll be able to keep going and not dump in the bed of the truck and stuff like that. Before I forget, I did put 3 bags in everyone's truck Wednesday, and I'll go get some tarps today. Remember we talked about going up to 15 minutes over, because mowing, the majority of winter services time was based off their mowing price, so we feel like a majority will work. There's going to be a few that don't. If you find yourself going more than 15 minutes over, let me know. What to do if you see a mowing service. So I did check the schedule this morning, and you are going to see mowing services, but those are contract clients. And I think when I set up their contract, there's some customers that get 44 visits a year, and they're mowing. I may have some reason set it up through December, but it's really winter services. So if you see a mowing and a bed and shrub maintenance, it is going to be part of a contract, and unfortunately you guys can't see that, but we're just winter services. So sorry for that. I did that back in March, so I don't know what I did, but I did see a couple, or all the ones that had mowing were contract clients, so just treat it like a winter service. And then speaking to the customers, if someone's upset, that you're there, don't take it personal. Just like we might thought that we signed up for, let's say you're a Hulu, you only had to pay 11 months out of the year, but then you get a 12th bill and you're like, what the heck? Your initial reaction is going to be possibly upset. So if a customer is upset as to why you're there, tell them, I sent out the winter service email on October 18th. So if you can remember that, say our office email our winter service opt out, meaning they had to read it and click the link. It's not that hard, but it took them about 30 seconds to read it. I have already had one person pretty much just skim through it and thought that they were already opted out. So it's gonna happen. There's gonna be a customer that stops you and is like, hey, what are you doing? I didn't sign up for this. Tell them the email, our office sent out an email. If you can remember October 18th, feel free to use that date. Let them know email was sent out, letting you know just to click this link and you will be removed from our winter services link. If they're highly upset, you can let them know that if this is a service that they do not want, call our office, we'll remove them from the list, and we're not going to bill them for that service. Don't make that your go-to unless they're like, like highly upset, which I don't see that really happening to y'all. But just want to let y'all know if they are upset, just speak to them, let them know we sent out the opt-out email, and that if they are, seem kind of agitated, that they're not going to be paying for that. And call the number on the side of the truck, and we'll remove them from the list. Try not to tell.
Do we still complete that service though?
Kind of feel them out. If you're almost done, tell them that you're going to wrap it up. We want to leave them with a good feeling. So I would say finish it, and then unless they're just like, hey, get out of here, I don't want you doing it.
If they do it like that, they're doing something illegal at that house.
Maybe. That you never know what's going on behind a closed door. So just wanted to prepare y'all for that and let y'all know there is an opt-out email. And that's really all I had. Is there anything you wanted to touch on? Maybe what they should say to the customer?
Oh, yeah, sorry about that. I was fumbling with this thing for a while. I still heard everything. But as far as if they come out and... Yeah, so if they do come out, don't want the service, did you say for them to finish it or just stop?
I think they would need to assess the situation.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say just, if they catch you mid-blow and you're, just at least blow off the hard surfaces, porch, and just let them know that no worries, we sent out emails, but we will report to the office and, we'll cancel your service and there's no charge.
Yeah, just big emphasis on, please don't text me that. Tell them to call the office, because then we also have record of it that way, like through their profile.
Yep. And if they're asking the number, it's on the side of the truck.
Right.
That's the number. Don't give them my number or Jeremy's. The office is much better. 'Cause me and Jeremy, we could forget, things like that. The office, that's what they're designed to do. So.
Yeah, that's it. I just wanted to, I think you guys already knew all this, but we are finally here, so I just wanted to go over that.
Cool.
Does anyone have any questions, concerns, ideas?
Teams?
Same as last week.
Yeah.
Yep. Will is sick, so I am gonna have to make a change and send someone alone, but I think everyone did a really good job of putting their stuff up Wednesday, and we don't have Blaze to do. So, I'm not quite done with the schedule yet, but if you guys will cut on the back lights, let your trucks warm up, because they've been sitting for a while, check your fluids, all that. I'll come out, confirm the teams, and I'll wrap up the list real quick.
Cool. And I'll just play a short little, it's the first preview of Mike Andy's released the agenda for the conference. So
Yes.
I'll play that real quick.
Which I had told him, so I had to figure
No,
out.
just make sure it's obvious. Strap.
There's
So
have a
it's
bunch of
still my
speakers
buddy
speak
to
for
help
20,
for the
30
next
minutes,
2
and
weeks.
things like that, or a bunch of trade shows. So if you've been to a little bit of a marathon, because it's literally from 9 a.m. till 6 or 7 p.m. every single day that we are talking hardcore business. We don't do partying, we don't do drinking, we do not have trade shows, we do not have people pitching products. I don't pitch my own products. We're focused on growing your business. So today I'm going to walk through all 3 days, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, which is January 13th, 14th, and 15th, 2022. And I'm going to talk about each of the things the topics that we're going to be covering and the speakers that we're going to be having. So again, the food is all covered in your ticket for breakfast and lunch on Friday and Saturday, and there'll be some light refreshments on that Thursday evening. So, Bellingham, Washington is where we're having the conference. You can fly directly into Bellingham. The conference center is like 5 or 10 minutes away, or you can fly to Seattle and then drive up. It's maybe an hour and a half drive from Seattle. So, let's jump into it. Thursday, this is again January 13th. And if anyone's like, hey, I can't come because of the snow. Okay, so what you need to do You first need to find a subcontractor or your employees and trust them to do the job. I don't mind if you have your laptop out at the conference dispatching or communicating with employees. That's fine. But being at this conference is going to unlock massive opportunity for you and your company. I truly, genuinely believe that. There's a reason why we price it under what it costs us to put this event on. I'm trying to make it where you can come regardless of how much money you have or how big the company is. The context you're going to get from this event is going to be great as well. Just other landscapers in this industry that you can identify with and lean on as a resource. So Thursday starts at 4 p.m. Doors open at 4 p.m. And that first keynote, I'm going to be talking about being prepared to pounce during economic uncertainty and investing beyond lawn care. So we're going to start a lawn care and landscaping conference talking about investing in things besides your lawn care business. But I'm going to talk about some things that I think are really important and trying to get us as landscapers to think a little bit more diversified in our approach to building wealth. So it's going to be a good foundational element. The fact is, most of us do not come to build big lawn care businesses. We come to make more money and build wealth for us and our families and our future, and that's what we're going to be talking about in that first the first keynote on Thursday evening. Second keynote on Thursday evening at 5 p.m. is going to be what a pandemic showed us about leadership and what I feel like from a political, economic, and local level from a leadership standpoint, what we can learn and what went wrong, what went right. A lot of Monday morning quarterbacking is going to happen in this keynote, but it's more a matter of what we can apply to our small businesses and what that means for us in our as we are owners and employers and we deal with our employees. 6 o'clock on that Thursday evening is going to be an introductions. So you're going to meet other landscapers and have breakout sessions. You're going to meet other landscapers of your approximate size of business and be able to make some great connections. So that way the rest of the weekend you can talk to people during meals and you can sit anywhere in the conference room. It's not super awkward. You're going to meet a bunch of people. It'll be great. That's 7 o'clock to 8 p.m. that evening on Thursday. I'm going to talk about something that's very much in the numbers. It's going to be called creating the perfect lawn care business. I'm going to look at from a very 30,000 foot view of a lawn care business that is perfect and then zoom in, and then you're going to be able to chart your numbers based upon margins, based upon values, certain things that we're going to be punching into the spreadsheets and be able to work on your business and how do you create a perfect lawn care business. I'll kind of give away the kicker right now. You want value to be higher than price. You want price to be higher than the cost for you to do business and the cost to provide that service. Knowing those numbers and is going to be the differentiator of how fast you grow as well as how profitable you are. We're going to be talking about that. All right, so then Friday morning, 9 a.m. after breakfast, which again, breakfast will be served. It's going to be a great, and from 9 a.m. till 10 a.m., we're going to be talking about dealing with stress. Again, this is myself, creating a boring business. So the systems that you need to create a boring business and dealing with stress as you grow your lawn care business. Then we're going to have our first session with our guest speaker, which is Marcus Vanderbilt. He has, since the past several years, been a consultant and a speaker only. But prior to that, he had some massive hardscaping businesses on the East Coast, and they did everything from snow to hardscaping, massive projects, commercial, as well as a lot of construction and hardscaping type projects. So a good balance to myself. And again, a great resource for larger companies. The way that he thinks is going to be thinking in terms of hundreds of employees. And again, some of that might be going over some people's heads, but it's a great thing to learn so you don't have to deal with those issues when you do grow to that size. And so people like myself have learned from Marcus. I think it's going to be a great topic. A lot of these topics that he's bringing up is going to be great for us to also learn. And again, this is why I don't have like 10 speakers. I want a couple that we can go very deep on. So Marcus is going to start off that Friday, 10 until 12. He's going to talk about lean operations. I've actually seen him talk on this before, and we had several takeaways that we actually implemented our shop from this talk on being lean in your project management. All right, then we have lunch on Friday from 12 to 1, and we do some breakout sessions during lunch. We're going to mix people up. So you're going to meet new people. Even if you're socially awkward, it's okay. We're going to mix you up. You're going to be able to talk to other people. It'll be great. Next thing, we're going to talk from 1 p.m. till 2 p.m. on Friday. And again, some of these topics might change as I begin to get deeper into my notes and putting my thoughts together. But we're going to talk about hiring Gen Z. and just how much that's changed over the past couple of years, and how it's a completely different mind shift from how hiring in the past has worked and what they are looking for as employees at your place of business. We have to completely change our mind about money and about work ethic and about what people want from their job, after, especially after 2020 and 2021, when so much money was being given out, and that has actually become less of a factor compared to a lot of other things that Gen Z wants to get from their job. So how to hire Gen Z. Then Marcus is going to come back again, same speaker, Marcus Vanderbilt, from 2 to 4, and talk about effective management of your greatest risk, and that is labor. So labor, again, is your biggest variable cost. It's also your biggest risk. We're going to talk about how to manage that labor. From 4 to 5 p.m. on that Friday, I'm going to talk about creating a 5-year crusade. So we're going to create a 5-year plan for your business based on several different key things that we want to track over those 5 years, not just revenue and profits, etc., but like a lot of other factors we will look at to create a 5-year crusade, a very strategic plan for your lawn care business based upon a lot of what we've talked about in those first 2 days of the conference. From 5 to 6 p.m. and probably beyond that, we'll do Q&A. So direct with myself, I'll be on stage. We can do Q&A. Saturday, again, 8 o'clock we'll have breakfast. 9 o'clock, Marcus is going to start off speaking about elements of success that improve operations. Again, from a very high level, the large companies that he has built and the companies that he has consulted with. He has a lot of experience across the entire country with large companies and commercial work. And so how to improve operations is going to be a great keynote that Saturday morning. I'm going to speak from 11 to 12 on creating a quadrant for your marketing plan. What this is going to mean is talking about how it's no longer can you dwell in one quadrant, one quartile of the quadrant when it comes to outbound marketing. We also have to now think about inbound for our internal employees. How do we actually create a sales system and marketing plan for getting on new employees? It will absolutely be the hardest thing for us, most of us as landscapers, to do in 2022, and that is find employees. So what do we need to do? We actually have a plan, a marketing plan for it. Not just like, oh, I need employees, let's throw some ads up. No, like, we have a marketing plan for getting customers. We should do the same thing for getting employees, because that's going to be a whole lot harder in 2022, finding employees than finding customers. And we're going to talk about why. Then at lunch from 12 to 1 on Saturday, we'll leave lunch, we'll leave some awards. We're going to be giving away a all expenses paid trip to Hawaii. It's going to be a lot of fun. From 1 to 2 p.m., I'm going to talk about marketing opportunities for 2020. We're going to be going over a bunch of different venues, from Spotify to YouTube to Facebook and Google. What I'm seeing right now in terms of cost per click and shifts and changes based upon what these companies are doing and what I believe their strategic plans are. Based upon us seeing all the metrics across Augusta Lawn Care, across the country, and what's working, what's not, where your best money is spent. And as usual, I'll update my top 5 places to spend marketing dollars from best to worst in 2022. Marcus is going to come speak again on business plans that get implemented. So I'm kind of done doing this one for him last. This is his last keynote that afternoon of Saturday, because on the Friday evening we will have created your 5-year crusade. So he's going to even polish that up more with even more details about your business plan. From 4 to 5 p.m. on that Saturday, I'm going to be talking about growing and scaling your business. The topic is going to be bigger is better, ? Growing versus starting your second location. So once you started your business, do you go start a satellite location? Do you have independent locations with general managers? Do you have a franchise model? Do you actually start to have one massive company and you just drive further? And so that way you don't have to have multiple locations or multiple managers. We're going to talk about all the different options of scaling your business past one location or past a small business. And what the struggles are for each and the pros and the cons, from managers to trying to find real estate. All that's going to be included. It's going to be a lot of fun. The last topic that I'm going to be talking about from 5 to 6 p.m. on that Saturday is the state of the industry. I'm going to be talking about how to take advantage of shifting supply and demand curves in 2022. So we're going to talk about supply and demand curves, what shifts are happening in our economic landscape, both macro and microeconomically, and how you're going to be able to take advantage of that. Where are the gaps in the curves that you should be able to take advantage of in your business? And if you don't know what supply and demand curves, it's okay. We're going to explain it. I'm going to draw it up on a whiteboard, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Then we'll do a bunch of Q&A, 6 p.m. and beyond. Into the evening, I will be doing live Q&A from the front of the room. So it's going to be a lot of.
All right, guys. Just want to give you all that just came out over the over the holiday, so I wanted to hope Matthew captured that. All right, got your yawn. But it sounds like a lot, but it's going to give y'all a different perspective, different things to think about as far as, y'all are used to being, you heard him say 30,000 foot view. And so that's seeing the business, all of its working parts at one time. And if y'all know, just being in this room, there's no way to possibly do that unless you had a high altitude, right? Y'all are used to being super focused at what the production is. Y'all guys get the work done. You see the very granular, from the backyard of Miss Ruffins to all the different details that happen, right? So this will be a little bit different. You get to think about things as far as business growth, working on efficiencies, the inner workings of the business. There's probably going to be, like you said, I'm sure y'all have heard about it, but the supply and demand curve, what that means in different times. So I think it's gonna be really cool for all of y'all that have dedicated your time and are able to come and chose to come. That really, I appreciate that, because you're spend a whole lot of time with us as it is, and wanting to come and kind of expand your horizons. I appreciate that.
All right, for those who not going, is there any way you can record the importance of it?
Yeah, I think the whole thing is going to be videoed throughout the weekend, and it's going to come out as and we'll get access to that. Yeah, we can.
I got a question.
Yeah.
What is the 5-year crusade? What does that really mean?
5-Year Crusade. So, kind of think like the goal sheets I give y'all and asking y'all your 5-year plan. It's all good to make a plan. Making it a crusade is like a battle. And this is your war at the end of the 5 years. The goal is to hit what you put on paper. It's basically we do the same thing in business. I've actually got a 10-year written out plan for this business. So, but I've been in business for a long time. So I've thought, and I'm always thinking. I'm more of I always think ahead. So I've already got that. That's what it is. Developing your 5-year plan and getting after it, attacking it. Yep. So,
Brian pulled up this number this morning. I started in month 7 of 2017. We did $189,000 that year, and just as of this morning, we'll have to double check. We thought it was more, but we've done $970,000 so far this year. So, me personally, it was really cool starting from here and me running the truck that did everything to look at us now, just 4 short years later. So, in 4 years, good things can happen to you. And round of applause for us real quick for doing $1 million this year. But just in 4 years, we went from me cutting the yards and doing the winter services to Brian running the business and doing the treatments. So now Jesse's here. We're trying to get Cody trained on treatments. Matt and Keith, we both have plans year after next to have locations. So, with a team that works together and a goal, great things can happen. We're going to make the profit that we wanted on this, that we wanted. No, we're not, but are we set up next year to do what we set out to do the last 4 years? Yeah. So I think it's a really great thing, and I'm excited for next year for sure. Because every year you learn something, and I think the biggest pain in the ass this year was not getting our money on time, and then just sinking money into growth again because of all the equipment, trucks, and stuff like that we had to buy this year.
So you think we won't see 30 grand more before the end of the year?
See what?
We won't.
Oh, no.
Yeah, we will.
No, I'm talking about as far as profit, cash we put in the bank. We're not going to hit that goal, but yeah, we'll do well over $1 million, because just on the 1st of December, we'll charge 20, 30 plus thousand in cards every 1st of the month.
Yeah, we'll hit our revenue goal.
I just wanted to, he looked it up this morning, and I just wanted to say that's where I started, and that's where we're at now.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's been real cool.
And then to what McKee was asking about the 5-Year Crusade, that is that's like an ongoing thing. You know, you keep it. I had it back then. You know, as far as where we would go each year, revenue wise,
Right.
and what resources we would need as far as equipment and team members, how many clients we would need. So it helps you to, you know where you're going, so you know what you need to do to get there.
Right.
And that's what Jeremy was.
So does anyone have anything business, personal, winter service they want to talk about before I finish this schedule? All right, let me finish it.